Sharonda Williams, pairweight. Hi, how are you doing today?
So nice to meet you, Sharonda. I love your backdrop. How did you get that on there?
Look, you just drop a picture in. I gotta say what the name of the movie.
I have no idea how to work Zoom, but yeah, I just figured out how to turn off the do not disturb on my computer. So baby steps, but I love what you're doing here.
Thank you. Look, you gonna figure it out in no time, I promise.
Thank you.
But I first have to thank you. I am loving this like wave we have of like villains who are absolutely slaying and killing it at the same time. I'm really here for the entire wardrobe. Thank you for just, I was like, I know she's supposed to be a bad person, but I'm loving this whole outfit, this look, this vibe. I was here for it.
I agree. I kind of feel the same way. And I think, I noticed like when Cruella came out, right? You're like, oh, there's no good like villain, yummy, delicious female-led movies really. And that's why I was so excited to play Natasha too, because it's just such a rare opportunity where you get to be bad, but also fabulous and also funny and also traumatizing children. It's just a rarity that I for sure relished in.
I think that makes your character even more scary because it was like, ooh, I like her vibe. I should trust her. And it was like, no, this didn't end well for me. So I think that actually works.
Totally.
But one of the things that I do love that the movie talks about is really celebrating what makes you weird, what makes you different. I really love that. I wanted to know for you, either personally or professionally, like, how do you make sure that you're celebrating the quirks that make you who you are?
That's what I love about this movie too. An amazing role for me aside, watching the movie, and even when I first read the script, I loved that, the message of the movie is the thing that makes you weird and different and might get you picked on is actually the thing that makes you awesome. So I think if I were a kid, I would love that this movie exists. But yeah, I think that now more than ever, like we have to just like own who we are and do our thing and embrace the thing that makes us different and special. So I'm so proud of this movie for that reason.
Look, I was like, look, I know it's for the kids, for the whole family, because adults need to like learn to celebrate what makes them different. So I really love that about the film.
I think, as for adults as well, I loved how like there's like the Lost Boys reference and the cool set pieces reminded me of movies I loved as a kid, like Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory or Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. The music, the score of the movie, and the amazing sets. I felt like there is definitely something for the parents and adults as well. So I'm hoping that people like the movie when it comes out.
Yeah, no, I mean, I love the throwbacks even to some of the stories that, we've grown up on, like to see how they stand through the test of time, no matter what generation, we're all being exposed to that. But I wanted to know, what are some of your fears? Because the characters overcome some of their fears in the movie as well. Has there been a fear that you have overcome lately, either personally or even professionally too?
Well, I know, when I was a little kid, I was very scared of like Freddy Krueger and Jason. But then as an adult and in my career, I've always kind of been afraid of, I get sometimes just crippled by nerves, public speaking, performing, not so much on set, but like auditions, general meetings, any time where you're like, have to like, be on the spotlight. Has always been challenging for me. And I've always kind of figured how to manage that, like nerves. And so that's been a fear of mine that I sort of deal with and always have. And, it's just really about like powering through and trying to look at it from a different lens and a different perspective. I watched a TED Talk a few years ago that really helped me. That was like, use your nerves or as your superpower. Don't look at it like, oh, I'm so nervous, I'm gonna die. What if I faint? What if I trip? What if everyone makes fun of me? What if you look at it like, oh, it's actually because like I'm that passionate and that alive that I feel this way. And so like just kind of shifting my perspective about that.
Okay, go ahead and set that TED Talk out. We all dealing with anxiety here.
Yeah, I think more and more people are being honest about having fear and anxiety about things, and it's like, oh yeah, everyone does. Everyone has that. It's okay. You don't have to like pretend you're totally fine all the time.
No, and thank you for actually talking about that because sometimes you could be a blessing to somebody else who's dealing with it. So I just want to thank you so much for speaking with me today, going through our fears together. And I'm just sending love and light your way. And I hope you have a great rest of your day.
It was so lovely to meet you, Shonda. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.